Alright. Who is ready to spin some wheels and catch some feels? It's Tardis Wiki Roulette episode Matt Smith, I assume. Unless you use the other numbering system. Hi! Welcome to Tardis Wiki Roulette, the show where we spin the wheel. And then we look at articles on the Tardis Wiki. It's really quite a simple premise, but a deceptively brilliant one. How's it going? I can see there's already some entries on to be put on the wheel already. Hey everyone, how's it going? Tried to show up right on time this time. Your mileage may vary as to your interpretation of what right on time is, but hey! Okay, while we've got some more coming in, I'm just going to quickly have a look at a couple of random pages so that we can get the ball rolling. What did everyone think of Empire of Death, by the way? Pretty interesting Doctor Who, I thought. Yeah. Wasn't the biggest fan, to be honest. 7 out of 10. But like a really big, sloppy, messy 7 out of 10. Which is an interesting, like, duality. Because, like, for me, Space Babies was like a 6 out of 10. But like a really good 6. And this is a 7 out of 10, but like a really poor 7. And I think that's interesting. That we've kind of started and ended on that level. Ours tried Twine, hated it. Valid. There's a lot of stuff I really didn't like about it. And a lot of the things I liked about it had nothing to do with the script. What I will say. Your voice sounds a bit robot-y to me. Oh no. Oh no. How does my voice sound to everyone else? Because it says on my end that it's coming in fine, and I've got it plugged into like the nice microphone and stuff, so it should be alright. What's up with the mic, yo? Oh, is this a problem that everyone's having? It's kind of odd. Hold on. Is that better? Off? How are we doing now? Let me try something real quick. How about that? Is that sound any better, or is this like a bandwidth thing? I don't think it's a bandwidth thing. Well, yes, but that was still there. No, it's the same. Oh, weird. 1 second. Let me, let's try and get this sorted out real quick, and then we'll dive right back on in. Properties, Scarlet 212, microphone. Okie dokie. Does it still sound the same now? Or is it still sounding robotic? What do you mean by, like, robotic as well? And now, how about now? It sounds better now? A bit echoey, like a 1960s Dalek. It went back to robotic again? Oh. Oh dear. Hang on. Try it out now. Is that a little bit better? Because I think it was reading out before. Go back? I just did go back. Is it better now? What's our situation like? Yeah, all those EU pyramid sequels could just become Empire sequels. Yeah, that's very, very true. If we're sounding good now, I'm quite happy to keep going because we got lots of stuff to add to the wheel. So, 1 second. Yeah, let's start adding stuff on. Thing about I think I know what might be happening. Let me audio hang on. How about now? Does it sound better now? I think I know what the problem was. Oh, now it's better? Okay. Okay, now we're cooking. I know what the issue was. The issue was, right, it was recording my Scarlett 212, 2i2, and my onboard microphone at the same time. So you were getting me twice. And that's why it sounded like a Dalek. Well, now we know. I had to touch it to fix it, V. It's one of the only... I know I'm not great with computers, but I know how audio stuff works. The one thing I know how to use the stuff good with. We're good now. We're sounding good. I can start adding stuff to Alan. Would you guys like to take a look at Alan, by the way? Should we take a look at the wheel? I think that would be good. For now, though, I've got to add some more things to the wheel. But I'll be checking back with you in just a moment. I'm glad we sorted that out. I'm sorry, guys. I did not think that would happen. Probably my fault. Definitely sounds like the sort of thing that would be my fault. I don't think there's any question of that at all. Okay, let's see how... Gumball machine! I have to know now. I have to know. Okay, we'll say hi to Alan, guys. Okie dokie. There he is. In all of his red and black glory. Morning Star Cow. That's fun. I wonder what that is. I suppose I'll find that if it pops up on the wheel. I am, after all, not the one who decides these things. This jabroni right here does. Praxis. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit loosey-goosey today, so I figured no random page hazard spins today. We'll just see where it goes. Whoa. Fix that real quick. There we go. Council of Hitlers. That's great. Silent but deadly. Jackie Tyler, what if Jackie Tyler traveled with the Doctor instead of Rose? That's good. That's good. I like that. I look forward to finding out how that pans out, maybe. I suppose it is. They are all inevitable because, I mean, you will end up, like, asking me twice. Chase? Ches? Alright, it was certainly an RTD finale. Yeah, yeah. I kind of, don't like how, I kind of don't like how a lot of the plot points in the season of TV Doctor Who, I kind of don't like how a lot of them ended up just being misdirections, and like, there's a line between red herring and just straight up like lying to your audience, and I feel like it was crossed really hard this season, and especially for like what's meant to be a jumping on point for like new people. That's a really dangerous and stupid fucking thing to do, and you should know better. I'm going to be making a video about it. I started out doing I was about to put it was certainly an RTD finale into the wheel. I'm one of the few who liked it, and that's okay. If you liked the Empire of Death, let me be very, very fucking clear here. If you liked the Empire of Death, that's awesome. I think it's fantastic that you liked the Empire of Death. I think it's a really easy story to like. I just didn't like it, but I mean, whatever. It's not like it's like one of those episodes where like it's unambiguously like terrible. You know what I mean? And you have to have real niche tastes to like find a reason to like it. Like, it's a big bombastic RTD finale. It's not his best one, but like it's a big bombastic RTD finale. It's easy to like it. But I didn't very much. the more I'm like thinking back on it, the the less I'm liking it too. I would rather watch this than the Euros. Nothing makes me cringe more than 6,000 drunk middle-aged old men singing God Save the King. Are we on with the up against the Euros right now? Oh, fantastic. Let's show them. Meta time breaches will not be tolerated. Pre time so more Sutek encounters cannot rely on this massively on post-war events really now. Well said, well said. I'm glad that the volume is better though. I'm glad everything's working out a bit better. It looks like I've got employment. Alright, let's put that one. The Book of the Snowstorm in universe. That one's fun. Are you alright? Are you guys alright? Oh, my dog and my cat are playing. It's all good. They do this sometimes when mom's not here. Retrotemporal cytogenesis. I'm looking forward to finding out what that is. Needle people. Alright, I'll put needle people in. I know where this goes. I'll put employment in too. Right. It's pretty unreasonable to say that characters are important because you assign importance to them while you textually assign importance to them in universe. IMO as someone who loves TLJ. Well, the whole reason that the thing in TLJ works is because it's subversive. And this isn't subversive, this is reactionary. He's reacting to TLJ and Rise of Skywalker. Like, inherently, for all his, like, attempts to kind of make Doctor Who's, like, political leanings more, I'm gonna just say it fucking correct as a leftist. It's still fundamentally, like, reactionary. Like, he's still fundamentally, like, knee-jerking. And especially in this case, like, he clearly came up with the idea of Ruby turning out to be nothing, and then just worked backwards from there. But, like, he didn't make it... He still wanted to have the fairy tale aspect of the Moffat era. And it seems to me like this really is Russell trying to write like Stephen Moffat. And they're not the same writer. They have very different like strengths and weaknesses. And I like the reason that, in my opinion, one of the better episodes in this one, 73 Yards. It's good because it's Russell just doing like Russell style and like doing shit. And I don't know, the rest of it just didn't feel right. The whole thing like didn't feel right. Sorry, leftists. You mean many leftists are reactionary, but it's not socially acceptable to be Christian or hate gay people. Sorry, leftists. Oh yeah, I mean, it depends on what you mean by reactionary as well. A lot of the people, those people, I mean, you know. Dear, no, I'm named after the character, as I have explained. Hello, character from Book of the Snowstorm. Russell T. Davis in universe. Oh dear. Oh dear. The Clade centrists. No, the Thals. The Thals are centrists. That's how that analogy would work. Let's see. So, as always, Bertrand Russell pointed this out decades ago. Did he? Radical centrist, yeah. I mean, he's radical centrist. I'm gonna radical centrist. You know what I mean? Isn't it interesting how many people like they say that they're radical centrists and then they just end up being far right? You know what I'm saying? It's some history of Western philosophy. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, let's stop talking about political theory and get back to TardisWiki Roulette, where we spin the wheel and catch the feels. Radical citrus sounds so silly. Doesn't it? Doesn't it sound like the dumbest shit you've ever heard? Anyway. Let's see. Time to spin. Time to spin, I think. We've got a very healthy wheel. We've got a very healthy wheel indeed. Yeah, time to spin, I think, because we're almost at the 20-minute mark as well, and usually I find that by 20 minutes you want to have spun a wheel or two. So let's change that. Did you see my suggestions, Charlie Brown recruitment? And no, I did not, and I will put them in because I'm just cool like that, you know. Let's see, Charlie Brown recruitment and Daddy Pig. Here's an interesting thought, by the way, and I will get to it later in the stream. Are you guys pro-canon, anti-canon, or like post-canon? Where do you guys sit on the should Doctor Who have an actual canon or not? I'm very interested to hear all of your thoughts, because I have thoughts about it. Anyway, I'm going to spin the wheel now, and then we'll get back to that thought. But think about it. Yeah! Four-dimensional chess! We love it. We love it so much. Alright, let's put it on. Okay, four-dimensional chess. I also have to... let's see. Trump... I know! I'm in a quantum superimposition of anti-canon and post-canon. Whichever one is, it doesn't matter, everything and nothing is canon. I think that's post-canon. I don't understand the question. Did the war in heaven happen? I guess is the question. I suppose, yeah, as well, like, what do you even mean by canon? Because, like, to me, it's about canon and then it's about, like, continuity and stuff. Like, I think that it should try to make sense to a degree. That isn't necessarily the same thing as canonicity, though. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you consider it's a universe where, like, time travel is real. There's, like, predators that eat universes. There are multiverses. Like, the rules of time travel change between episodes depending on the story the writer wants to tell. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have a hard time with it. Like, I'm really not sure where I sit with it. But generally, I kind of feel like, with like Doctor Who, my philosophy with it, and I try to apply this in like my own stories as well, is canon isn't something that I like. A consistent canon that makes sense in Doctor Who. I don't think that it ever can be done, but I think it's a little bit like objectivity. You can't actually be objective, but the fact that we try to be objective leads to like amazing things. So I kind of feel like it's a little bit like that. When it comes to like canon and the subject of canonicity. I also think that like it's okay to like radically change stuff as long as you're doing it for like a good reason. Still feel weird about bi-generation. Still think that's a load of nonsense. Still think that David Tennant should have just turned into Shooting Gatwa when he got shot with a big laser, but that's just me. Can you turn up the volume a bit? First I'm sound like a Dalek, and then I'm too quiet. Yeah, mate. Is that a little bit better? Hopefully it's a little bit better. I might be able to turn it up a little bit more than that if you need it. Anyway, we should be reading the first article now. No worries, mate. Four-dimensional chess, or 4D chess, was a Time Lord variant of the earthly game of chess, which was very popular on Gallifrey. It was particularly popular due to the outbreak of the Great Cosmic War. Rollo was a skilled 4D chess player, and the Entity considered 4-dimensional chess to be an elegantly simple game. Media depicting lesser time elementals playing 4D chess included J.A. Keefe's The Lythian Menace in 1985 and W. Gray's Games from 1992. Nature! The game shared the basic rules of Earth chess, including the use of chess pieces such as kings, but could be played on multiple levels, or an ever-increasingly fast translucent sphere whose board pattern changed over the course of the game, which resulted in the structure of the conflict being rearranged over time. I didn't follow a single fucking word of that. You might as well have just been speaking static to me, but my god did I read those words, and my god did I read them in order. Let's continue. The pieces were capable of time travel, being able to dematerialize from the board and materialize elsewhere on later turns of the games, as well as moves occurring in the future being twisted back on themselves to affect moves made in the present. The pieces also increased in number over the course of a game. How do you play this? Like, if the pieces can time travel and move backwards and forwards onto the board, and there are other pieces that are constantly multiplying, okay? You will eventually have a board that is nothing but chess pieces, and no one will be able to move fucking anywhere. Is that the real point of 4D chess? To just try and win a game, like, before the board gets overrun with fucking chess pieces? It's funny how it cites two sources and then says the names of two sources because Love and War is slightly better. The Mandarin and the Entity once played a match in the non-world where the Entity was banished. The game was played until the Mandarin began to lose, so he strategically maneuvered the game to result in a stalemate. The Mandarin equals the Toy Maker, and the Entity equals Femric, by the way. Ah, okay. It's pretty fun. I like it. We're gonna have to spin the wheel again though, because we've reached the end of this article, sadly. Alan, we're going to need to spin you, but first I'm going to need to set it to random music, because otherwise it would just be like write a Doctor Who from scratch, and we can't have it be just like write a Doctor Who from scratch. We can't have all of our wheel-based content be the same, God forbid. Okay, cool. We're good. Yeah! And then you get gems like this. And, like, you can't argue with that. Nice bit of gypsy jazz. Mentor! Unproduced novel! Yeah! Let's go, I believe is the term. It's a technical term. A scientific term. Rooted in the original Latin. Yeah. Let's go. Mentor, unproduced novel. Mentor was a planned Kate Orman and John Bloom novel that would have been published alongside a Lance Parkin novel in 1998 to celebrate Doctor Who's 35th anniversary. The novel was about an old Time Lord who had gone insane and was accidentally using the Time Lord's observer effect power to create a universe that was as mad as he was. The idea was that there would be a war criminal type in our books, and depending on which one you read first, you get a completely different appreciation of the situation. If you read the book in which he was an old librarian who just wanted to be left alone first, you'd think the Doctor was a bully. If you read the book where you saw him in his prime massacring innocents, you'd want the Doctor to murder him in cold blood. In the end, Orman and Byrne were too busy writing Seeing One to write Mentor, so the idea was scrapped, and Parkin's The Infinity Doctors was released by itself in 1998. These stories were connected through the Time Lord character Savar, and the proposed plot of Mentor was alluded to in one passage of The Infinity Doctors concerning Savar. Time Lords felt time flow around them, but more than that, they helped to shape and refine time and space around them. Would a mad Time Lord have the opposite effect? Would his insanity become contagious, affecting the past and future like a virus? Orman and Bloom would later reuse many of the ideas for Mentor in their 1999 8th Doctor novel Unnatural History, which shared noticeably many themes with Parkin's The Infinity Doctors. Parkin himself later recycled part of the depending on which one you read first premise in Beige Planet Mars, and he revisited the Observer Effect concept in the Gallifrey Chronicles, where it motivated the non-interference policy, and the Eyeless, where it helped power the weapon. That was fun. It was a good article. What did you guys think? We could have had greatness. We were this. I know! Isn't this such a good idea? Oh, I'm so sad it wasn't made. Oh, it's like a mix of like Shada and A Town Called Mercy. I fucking adore it. Okay, let's pop another one off the wheel, shall we? Come on, Alan. Daddy Pig? What the fuck are you people doing to me? I'm immensely suspicious now. It has to be said. Like, hi. Okay. Oh! Okay. But why? I ask. Terrified, out of my fucking mind. A humanoid pig wearing green clothing was depicted at least one Peppa Pig toy. Daddy Pig is a character from the Peppa Pig series. Daddy Pig, the Peppa Pig Wiki. Alright, I'll call your fucking bluff, I will. Let's just hop on to the Peppa Pig Wiki real quick. Oh no, it's a fandom site. Daddy Pig is a character from Peppa Pig. He is silly, funny, clumsy, crazed, goofy, hyperactive, and fun-loving. Daddy Pig is the father of Peppa Pig and George Pig. He is the husband of Mummy Pig and the son-in-law of Granny and Grandma Pig. He has an older brother who is called Uncle Pig. He works at his office. This sounds like it was written by a child. Daddy Pig loves to play and have fun with his family and friends, but he can sometimes be quite lazy and forgetful. He shows some smarts now. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's a fandom article, which means I'm about to be napalmed with ads. He is mostly known for his clumsy behaviour though, or his big and round tummy. Sometimes he isn't very proud about and refuses to admit. Due to this, he is usually on the receiving end of most of the comedy and teasing in the series, and while it hurts his feelings, he tries to take it with good nature. He is also stubborn, as he dismisses others' warnings. Well, I mean, they spend all day fucking ripping on him for being, like, overweight. Of course he's not gonna fucking listen to them, nor should he have to. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's now let's get out of there. Let's go back to the TARDIS Wiki, which I just X'd out of because I'm a fool. A foolish fool. I'll set it up real quick. It's fine. I just really wanted to know more about Peppa Pig's dad. And I feel like now I know even less about him. So, like, I mean, it didn't exactly work out, did it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Come on, TARDIS Wiki. Come on, TARDIS Wiki. Yeah! Yeah! Alright, we're cooking with gas again. What's next? Let's find out. I think it's better long term if the fandom wiki is... Would it be tactically a good idea to tell her what the low bearing changes we made were so she can revert them if she wishes? Oh dear. I don't like that. I didn't like that wiki. I didn't like getting like attacked with that wasn't fun at all. Not at all. So we should probably keep moving, right? Probably make a lot of sense. I don't know though. Maybe I'll just sit here, content in my sedentariness. No, let's spin the wheel again. Yeah. Don't mind us something blue. Just a bit of shop to. I know. That's why I was just like, I'll just wait until they're done. We're not doing anything here. We're not doing a show. It's fine. But yeah, no, it sounds like the fandom situation's really fucked up. I still need to get the resources together so I put that video together. I'm sorry I've been dragging my feet on that, by the way, but you know, I have like fucking maybe 16 projects on the go right now. Like, I'm very busy. I'm a very busy person. Ooh. Needle people! Please land on needle people. Yeah! Sick nasty. Alright, let's take a look at needle people. I'm just gonna let my dog out real quick as well, because I think she's feeling a bit anxious. Hey Lily, you wanna go outside? Go on. Sup, fools! Alright. I think we should probably continue with what we're doing. Needle people! Oh, Chicken of the Apocalypse, adding Chicken of the Apocalypse to the wheel, and then reading the Needle People article. But yeah, no, as an outsider, because I don't know the shop talk, I find the fandom wikis very, very hard to use, and I hate them, and I really like the new TardisWiki. Wiki. It's fucking great, and I'm more than happy to keep promoting it. It's awesome. Alright. Let's keep going. Shall we? Oh my god. Alright. A group of humanoids lived in the library. What the? Labyrinth of the Needle toward the very end of the universe. They could only remember their futures, not their pasts, so they recorded all of their experiences in journals. Each individual had his own theory as to his past. Wilhuff believed that they were the children of Casterbarus. Gordell believed that they were super-evolved survivors of the Thrall race, fleeing the final Dalek War. Helios supposed that they were from peoples accidentally left behind when everyone else transcended this reality interest group, though he later told the Infinity Doctor that he had memories of coming to the Needle to continue his father's business. The Needle believed that God had created the labyrinth and that he was hidden behind one of its many doors. Helios, who alone retained some memories of his past, knew the location of the door, which the Infinity Doctor discovered was in reality an entrance to Omega's antimatter universe. When the Magistrate and Lana came to the Needle looking for the Doctor, they froze the Needle people with Zika caps. The Needle people wore outfits that resembled the Shinobi Shizoku of the Japanese ninja. They survived by eating sweet mushrooms and fighting off the Malrathi. Pros, the Infinity Doctors. That's wild. Featured an unspecified incarnation of the Doctor. Okay, I think we've landed on this before. I'm pretty sure we've landed on this before. It's pretty interesting though. Had a lot of interest. That's kind of like it reminds me a little bit of I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, let's spin the wheel again, why don't we? That would be a good idea, probably, right? Probably, yeah. Yeah. Spin! Oh, what's it gonna land on? Chess! Whatever that is. Yay for whoever selected that, I guess. I don't think canon is a self-adjoint operator. That is to say, it doesn't have... What? You have to understand that I'm very, very, very stupid. And so, like, you write a sentence like that, and I'm gonna read that, and I'm gonna be like, might as well be throwing me about like an architectural blueprint. I don't know. What is happening right now in the chat? I feel like I'm in the movie Contact. My god, look at these nerds. Right! Right! What the fuck am I looking at? Don't worry, something blue. I only understood about half of it. I don't understand any of this shit. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. Like, I don't know, man. Is this what it's like for like people who don't watch Doctor Who when I talk about Doctor Who to them? Is this what the feeling is like? Because I imagine it's something like this. It's a very cold and clammy feeling. Alright, let's spin the fucking wheel again. Oh no, we're not spinning the wheel again, are we? No, we're doing chess. Oh no! Well, I completely fucked that, didn't I? But that's okay, because there isn't an article called chess. There probably is one called The Grand Families, though, so I think that might have been a save there. God damn it. I'd say it's one of those days, but this is like every time we do a stream. Basically has this flavor. Actually, I think I can confirm what the conversation's about. I can't read back on it because I'm running the show. I have to be like entertaining and shit. By the way, there's no article for Grand Families. Sorry. What have I missed? I was asleep from exhaustion. Oh dear. Well, basically, we did Daddy Pig. I visited the Peppa Pig wiki. It was a nightmarish place, and I'm glad to be back in the comfortable bosom of the Tardis Wiki. And now, alright, there's Grand Families page. Shoot me a link. We're on it right now. You must have a typo. Probably. But, I mean, you know. I don't know. This is how families are spelled. I don't know what to tell you guys. Thank you. Cookie Boy there, in with the save. Do not know why it did that, but hey. Nothing you can do about it except fix it, right guys? Give it a minute. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The Grand Families were the most influential groups in England from the 14th to the 19th century. They were the founders of the Society of St. George and were connected to the Star Chamber. The Book of the Wars said that these families were the Cecils, the Greys, the Howards Arundels, and the Percys, and the Stanleys, and each family had adopted the mantle as one of the 6 ruling houses of the homeworld, sans House Miraflex. who would never do anything as vulgar as forming alliances with the lesser species. However, there is little evidence of intervention on the part of the houses, and it could have simply been cultural resonance. Pros: the Book of the War. Well, I don't need to look any further. There, I have read it. I'm joking. I'm fucking with you guys. Fucking fandom ruins everything. Okay, I did in fact Google it. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's like, why it's giving us problems. We're gonna go on a search for it though. I'm not gonna stop until I find it. Ah, you bitch! Anything you would suggest? TardisWiki, Grand Families. What are we doing on the fandom wiki? How did this happen? Life's full of little mysteries like that, Aristide. Life is full of little mysteries like that. Let's see. Oh no! Guys, I'm just gonna spin the wheel again. I don't know what to tell you, but I have to worry about pacing now, so I'm going to get another entry. Are we missing an iron? Maybe. Maybe. But it doesn't matter, because I'm spinning the wheel now. At least Alan is playing a sad song for you. Maybe next time, eh? Michael Masterson! Let's see what this one is. I will give that one last search though, just to be sure. Nope. We have already seen the Grand Families page, to be fair. Thank you, Jam Jan, or maybe not actually. No! Oh no, we'll see. We'll get there. If we haven't been there before, we'll get there eventually. We all know this. Maybe this time just wasn't the eventually. However, you can keep suggesting it because I've already forgotten what it was. Just make sure it's spelt right this time, I guess. I don't know. Nah, he spun it and didn't go to it. I did read the TARDIS fandom article. If that's not good enough, then I don't know what to say. No, I don't know. I'll read it though. If you find it and like, you know, do your thing, I'll read it. Suggestion, Grand. See, Cookie Boy knows how to do it. Cookie Boy knows how it's done. There, we got it. Grand Families. There you go. Oh my god, it's the same fucking thing. Alright. Okay. The Grand Families were one of the most influential groups in England from the 14th to the 19th century. They were the founders of the Society of St. George and were connected to the Star Chamber. The Book of the War said that these families were the Cecils, the Greys, and the Howards/Arundels, the Percys, and the Stoonleys, and that each family had adopted the mantle of one of the 6 rounded pieces of the homeworld sans host Maravlux, who we named and however, there was little evidence of intervention on the part of the houses, and it could have simply been cultural resonance. Source: Prose, The Book of the War. Oh dear. Well, that went great, didn't it? All that kerfuffling just to fucking get to the same page. And then I have to make it interesting. So I have to sit here and read the entire thing in nonsense words. Otherwise, people will click off. And I am terrified of people clicking off. I need my retention, people. I need my watch time. That's the social contract that you guys have like agreed to sign onto with this for me, is that I will be here and be entertaining and be wacky in a way that you can't really get anywhere else, and then you guys will watch it. That's how it's supposed to work. Allegedly, that's what I've been told. Not the Grand Families again, goddammit. Michael Masterson, that was it. Okay, Michael Masterson was the next one. Oh, god damn it. Michael Masterson, also called Mikey, was one of the children whom the reborn master in the decayed master's body encountered in Hexford and made his children by making him absorb some of his symbolic nuclei. Being orphaned, he came to see the master as an adopted father, but after the master forced him to kill, turned against him and tried to kill him. Eventually, the master, having been reduced to a disembodied consciousness, took over Michael's body to restore himself. Early life. Michael was born in 1968. He had a brother who fought in the Falklands War, killing a man and becoming traumatized by it. In 1984, when the bus driver that was carrying him alongside Colin, Janine and Helen became impatient of them, threw them out into the field, Michael convinced his friends that it was best to return home by walking them by bus, so the four of them got lost. They heard an explosion nearby and went to the barn from which they had come from. The man, group as a van, cried for the van, ran for help, cried for help, grouping of the man, cried for help. And Mikey helped him, revealing that he was the master. The master hypnotized them so they could help them recover from his decaying form, and assigned them to do several tasks for that purpose. The Time Lord started to see Michael as his favorite, and gave him a gun which he had to kill the driver who could endanger the operation. When Michael had done it, the master's spell vanished, and he wasn't hypnotized anymore. Pretty cool. Audio, and you will obey me. The name Ryan has forever been marred to me by Ryan Fogarty. Ryan is my name! Fuck you! Alright, let's go. Well, maybe I can fucking fix it! Jesus! Right. Here we go. I'll put you in timeout for 24 hours. Russell T. Davis in universe. Oakley dokely. It looks like a couple of others got scooped up there as well. Kind of like what happens when we fish for tuna and we accidentally catch dolphins in the nets that we use to fish for tuna. Kind of like that, you know. But, you know, much like that, you just kind of kill the dolphin and eat it anyway. And that's what we're going to do here. Because life has consequences, just like climate change. And Doctor Who, at the end of the day, is supposed to be an educational show, isn't it? Isn't it? Let's read the wiki article about Russell T. Davis. Yeah, well, maybe we hate people who have the name Aquana. Huh? Huh? Oh God, what have we done? I'm just going to add those to the wheel and then I'll get through this article. Don't you worry your pretty little heads about it. Luna, you back? How'd you get back in the room? I know what that's about. You pronounce it with a short ass. Asquana. Well, why'd you hate the name Ryan? Oh dear. I told you I was dumb. Russell T. Davis was the president of Earth by 4041. In 2323, Dr. Olivia Cagg-Walderman wrote of the 2000 and 2009 Davis Gardner account of The Last Lightbringer, saying he'd been steadily leaking credibility since it was linked to the contents of a well-known conspiracy site of the embryonic internet. Operated between 2005 and 2007 by a small cabal of disreputable characters. She did admit, however, that this material attracted great attention from meta-historians in the aftermath of the 17 Years Invasion. In 1441, the president, under the mental influence of the Clitoid, they forced the president to put the Clitoid androids in positions to destroy the Earth's weather control systems. However, the 10th Doctor visited the Oval Office shortly before the Clitoid's plans could come to fruition and release the president from the Clitoid's influence. The president decided to take responsibility for the Clitoid and have it imprisoned on Earth. Russell T. Davis was responsible for translating an extract from Macmillan's bestseller, The Lives of the Rich and Thin, by Vox B. Prose, The Lives of the Rich and Thin, an extract from the Stellar Edition, originally by J.B. Dane, from the original Hieromatrix. Prose, Legends of the Universe, and an extract about Jabe and the Forest of Charm from the guest list given to the steward, and an extract from Jane's Book of Planets. Davis also legislated safety procedures involving any Sith, Mox, or Graham of Balhoun. Russell T. Davis was first referenced in several short stories printed in the 2005 book Monsters and Villains, and his first full appearance was in the 2010 comic strip Return of the Clitoid, albeit as an unnamed future president of Earth. Among the 10th Doctor's final remarks to the president in Return of the Clitoid was that he was sure they'll meet again one day. This turned out to be serendipitous. In the long run, as 13 years after the comic's publishing, Russell T. Davis would in fact return as executive producer of Doctor Who, alongside David Tennant, portraying a new incarnation of the Doctor. Amazing. In 2063, Mohammed Levy Smith beamed a message to BBC producer Atissa Ashanti Johnson to complain about the latest series of Doctor Who not celebrating its 100th anniversary properly, stating that Russell T. Davis, Stephen Moffat, the malfunctioning BBC robot double of Stephen Moffat, and Peaches Geldof will be ashamed of what the series has become. Russell T. Davis also portrayed a fictionalized version of himself in the Five-ish Doctors reboot, cloning Peter Davison and proposing himself as a new incarnation of the Doctor. That's all he really wants. I think we should have just let Russell T. Davis play a fan Doctor, like, after he stopped being the showrunner. I literally think that we should have just let him, like, make his own fan audios. And then maybe we could have given it to Grant fucking Morrison instead. Or, like, Neil Gaiman. Anyone else. Fucking anyone. Sodium. just Sodium. Yeah. RTD would be a great Doctor. He'd be an alright fan Doctor. He does not need the ego boost. Hey, there is nothing more ego crushing than being a fan Doctor. Let me tell you, for one. Nothing more soul destroying than that shit. But yeah. Do you know that after Space Babies and The Devil's Spawn, I seriously considered just packing up something from audio, just because I hated everything about it. And I just kept thinking about, like, my mates who, like, would refuse to watch Doctor Who, and, like, the idea of them watching this, and I was like, oh no. I'd be fine with Morrison writing some episodes under someone else. Okay. I don't trust Gaiman or Morrison with it. Who would you trust though, as like the showrunner of Doctor Who? I don't think there really is that many people who can do it. I think they should go back to what they did in the classic series and have like a head writer and a script editor. Like a producer and a script editor. I think that would work a lot better than having one person who essentially has both jobs. Because, yeah, that last season wasn't it, man. It was a lot better than it's been in a long time. But it wasn't it. Harness? You trust Tardis? Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, what about, get me? Yeah, why don't we get Lawrence Miles? Let's have Lawrence, let's just let Lawrence Miles be showrunner for like 2 years and see what happens. I would only trust me to showrun Doctor Who. You need someone really talented, who is also a fan of the show, but is not someone who is obsessed with lore. So like, me? It's me. No, right, here we go. After all, who better than an immortal played by racing women? Right? Perfect. You're all dreaming it's going to be Stephen Moffat. We know! We all know it's going to be Stephen Moffat. And to be honest, it'll probably be a little better. But it'll probably be Stephen Moffat. What did Lawrence Miles write for TV? What did Loz write for TV? I'd love it for it to be Moffat again, but he deserves to rest. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can't think of anyone I'd want to be the showrunner of Doctor Who. I would like to see Grant Morrison. That's my one like suggestion. I think he'd do a very good job. That's my my dream pick, I guess. My other dream pick, to be honest. Alright, so mine would never happen in a million years, but would absolutely smash doing Doctor Who, actually. I'll tell you my two picks. My two choices for who I would want showrunning Doctor Who. I'm really thinking about it. I'll tell you the one that could happen, like could conceivably happen, and I can tell you the one that could never happen, but I would love to see it, okay? First off, I would love to see Pemberton and Shearsmith from Inside Number 9 showrun Doctor Who. I think that they would do a phenomenal job making Doctor Who like an episodic science fiction show with a little bit of complexity again. I think they do an incredible job. And 12 Days of Christine is like the best piece of British television, so I can't really argue with that. I haven't seen any of Heidi Thomas's work, but I'd love to see it. The other one, which is my absolutely out there pick, honestly, would be Jordan Peele. I would love to see Jordan Peele's take on Doctor Who, because he's not a fan of it at all. He just knows how to make amazing media in all shapes and forms, and he can do both sides of the extreme of scary and funny. So, and also I just think having an outsider come into Doctor Who and like kind of try the hand of it would be really, really interesting. I would wish I could say J. Michael Straczynski, because I mean he did make Babylon 5, and Babylon 5 is like the tits. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust them. So yeah. Get that too. Get someone who is not remotely fan for a new friend. Yeah, I know. That's well. My thinking with Jordan Peele is that Jordan Peele really, really understands the central appeal of the Twilight Zone, and I think that the Twilight Zone is where the secret to making Doctor Who good again like lies. I think that's where we need to be like taking inspiration from. This is where they get Bryan Singer and Joss Whedon. Oh dear. All right, let's spin the wheel again, guys. I think it's time to spin the wheel again. Get someone new in, then we can get jobs as canon consultants. Yeah. I have. Okay, here's some real talk. Okay, did you see Xavier suggest jobs? I probably didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. I'll grab those. Guys. This is what I wanted to say about Doctor Who. Okay, and I feel like Dot and Bubble really like hammered this point home. We really need someone showrunning Doctor who doesn't think of the internet as a new and exciting thing. You know what I'm saying though? Yeah. I would actually love to see your Doctor Who Aristide. From what I've seen of the stuff I've seen in the wiki, I'd kind of love to see it as well. The Book of the Snowstorm. Let's check it out. The Book of the Snowstorm in universe was a page on the wiki that was formerly on the data core itself about another page on the wiki. The Book of the Snowstorm in universe from an in-universe perspective when Terra Non-Hepta Oct and Koloth consulted the wiki on Dr. No's computer in the MFS Scottish Division building in the 925th universe in order to find a summary of the Book of the Snowstorm. They instead ended up printing off a feedback loop of disambiguation items, one of which was the Book of the Snowstorm in universe. This loop seemed to continue infinitely. Prose, the Book of the Snowstorm. Behind the scenes, the Book of the Snowstorm in universe was an actual page on this wiki. The Book of the Snowstorm thus makes a metatextual reference to that page before it actually existed. This is the final disambiguated wiki page of this type mentioned directly in the Book of the Snowstorm. The infinite in-universe feedback loop depicted in the story threatens a similar feedback loop in this wiki in the real world, which is why this wiki will stop here. Make me the showrunner, and every episode will alternate between horror and parodies of stupid events in the room. That sounds pretty good, to be honest. I think you fit in right in with the show I make, to be honest. That sounds fucking great. Or just political liberalism, which is what? How many fucking conversations are we having here? My God. Right, let's go. Let's spin the wheel again, shall we? Yeah. Didn't we already land on this one? Yeah, we did. I'll tell you what happened. It must have time traveled. Frequent event. Let's just spin the wheel again. Alright, did you have both sets of suggestions or just one? I think I just got one. Shit. Chicken of the Apocalypse. Chicken of the Apocalypse. I've got it now. I'm just gonna grab your suggestions real quick and put them in. 1 second. And then we can go. Aquana, I'd probably go A, full fantasy, and B, overly poetic and thematic emphasis. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. Let's see. I think I have it all. I just need to like organize it. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, I think we are all right. We have the wheel back to where it was. I once joked with people that my season of Doctor Who would involve it slowly getting worse and worse with special effects, more wobbly sets, etc. Okay. Let's go. I recall him doing that one. When I made my first one with when I made my first Doctor Who audio, I very much took it from the attitude of like, well, I can't make it on TV, but this is the closest I'm gonna get. And I always wanted a version of Doctor Who that's like a bit more kind of gritty and realistic. I really like the Third Doctor era. And I kind of went for like a very kind of moody horror kind of thing. Like, and us in the second episode, the Doctor gets like painfully shot and then like has to get medical treatment before they bleed out and shit. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Lots of commentary on like military industrial complex and proxy wars and stuff. Lots of real world political shit. I think that the second story, if I remember correctly, was about adipose being factory farmed by a corporation. It's good shit. Yet to listen to it, but I wish Doctor Who fan member would stop trying to be Doctor Who but unofficial. I think you might like mine because it starts out as that and then gets like it's kind of like it's Doctor Who but with more like savagery, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of like the aesthetics of modern Doctor Who, but with like the ethics and the consequences of like 60s and 70s Doctor Who. Yeah, I think that's the best way of putting it. It's all about like consequences and shit. I'm a big like wilderness years person, so there's a lot of wilderness years shit about it. If I made a fan series, you can bet your money the Doctor would be killed off. Okay, get this. The season 1 finale of my fan series is about how the Doctor is kind of racist to certain species of aliens, and it's about unpacking like the fact that the Doctor has lots of internal biases and shit. That's kind of where we get in with it. We're a bit like we're a bit cruel to the characters as well. I think you'll like it. At some point I really want to just put on one of the older ones and just watch it like on here. I do something like wild, like by having the companion take the Doctor's name and from. That was the planned ending for the first fan audio series I did. I was gonna do that with Ace. That's really funny. It's a good idea. I think it's a very natural ending to like Doctor Who. Just turn it into like a superhero identity, basically. Not to blow my own trumpet, but I do think my ridiculous fanfic is a fairly good example. I'm sure it is. Funnily enough, Stephen Moffat's story continuity errors implied the Doctor thinks the Doctor is racist to non-black angels. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, I'm big on exploring character flaws. The Doctor in our show is a very flawed Doctor. Because I tell you what, I'll take the gloves off. My biggest complaint about a lot of other fan series, and I won't name any names because I know people can get very fucking sensitive about this shit, okay? I have gotten angry emails about my takes before from other fan creators. I will say this, a lot of them are way too in love with the fantasy of I am the Doctor and I'm going to travel around in the TARDIS and have adventures, and like, I mean, honestly, like, for me, it's about, I wanted to tell stories that weren't being told on like the TV show. And like, I wanted to do a version of Doctor Who that I knew was never going to be done like on TV. Because you couldn't do it with TV. I mean, like my version, if it was live action, it would have squibs. You can't do that on BBC at like 6:45. A lot of the ones I've seen though, it's kind of like the Matt Smith era, but without like the consequences. And like, there's an issue with morality I've noticed with a lot of fan series as well. well, where like they don't really think about the consequences of their actions. They're just like, yes, Queen, I did a Doctor Who, and then you think about the ramifications of what they did like afterwards. Like there's some fan doctors who've accidentally killed a load of innocent people. There's some fan doctors who've like collaborated with Boris Johnson. There's some fan doctors who made 9/11 happen. So yeah, I would say that's my overall treatise. I read that story today. I really want to read the continuity or whatever is one. I have to check that out. But yeah, I would say that's my main treatise on the state of fan doctors. Bit too in love with Doctor Who, basically. 9/11 doctors don't surprise me. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I would say there's definitely, oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Don't make me fly the plane, dog. Oh no, it's spinning it again! The wheel has gone rogue. I'm doing all of them, it's fine. I will do every single one of these. That's the next, like, 20 minutes sorted for you guys. Oh, good. Did we do chicken? No, we're about to do chicken. It's okay. Oh, dear. But yeah, no, Doctor Who fan content gets very weird and very dodgy. There's like some really, really like weird stuff out there. Yeah, I won't say too much more. Because I want to get a fucking angry mob of fan doctors at my door. But there's some poorly thought out shit in this world. Ogron, interdimensional evidence, and Tyrannosaur deep breath. Yeah, those are the ones. The chicken of the apocalypse was a key deity in one of many religions of the Jafti. The religion began after one of the Jafti heard a chicken state that after the end of the world was coming, they slaughtered it and examined the entrails, deciding soon after to worship it as a god. Upon the return of the cult of Shining Darkness, the Jafti announced this belief and began to worship Donna Noble as the ginger goddess. Alright, that's good. Right, let's do another one then. What was the next one? Dimensional imminence. There we go. Whew. Well, let's take a look at this one then. Dimensional immanence was the term for the opposite of dimensional transcendentalism, occurring when a space was smaller on the inside than the outside. The control room of the machine was dimensionally immanent compared to its exterior due to electrokinetic theory. The celestial omnibus was slightly smaller on the inside than the outside. There we go. Okie dokie. Let's take a look at the next one then. Auton, Tyrannosaur deep breath. No wait, no, it's the Ogron one next, right? Yeah, I think it's the Ogron one next. Alright, Ogron. Opov or Ogron was the Russian division of UNIT by the early 21st century. The name translated roughly to United Nations Reconnaissance Operations Group. The USSR contingent of UNIT was formed in the 1970s. It was widely believed to be an arm of the GRU. Clearly, the author Simon A. Forward chose this name as a humorous reference to Ogrons. The name Opop was also used as the name of a unit in Russian version of Doctor Who, produced by Channel 1 and aired on children's TV network Carousel, a joint venture between Channel 1 and VGTRK. So there's like an alternate, there's like a Russian version of unit called Ogron. Is that just like a coincidence? Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? That's what I put. The Celestial Omnibus is Iris's TARDIS, by the way. Oh, okay. Alright, let's take a look at the next one then. And the next one was oh, am I through with all of the Tyrannosaur from Deep Breath? I think that is the last one. Then we can spin the wheel again. I'm quite interested to why this one merits being put on the wheel. Quite intrigued indeed. A female Tyrannosaur was accidentally transported to Victorian London when 12 Doctors TARDIS got lodged in her throat. While in London, she was alone and afraid. Alright, fair. I can see why you thought I'd like this one. Born in the distant past, the Tyrannosaur was brought forwards to the 1980s when the 12th Doctor's TARDIS got lodged in her mouth. In Victorian London, a crowd formed around the dinosaur as she waded in the Thames. Before the Paternoster gang arrived and liaised with Inspector Gregson, Madame Vastra instructed the police to place sonic lanterns around the dinosaur in 20-foot intervals to incline the Tyrannosaur to stay within the area. When the dinosaur dislodged the TARDIS from her throat, Gregson mistakenly believed she had laid an egg, leaving Vastra questioning his grasp on biology. The Doctor, although suffering from the after effects of his regeneration, was still able to communicate with the dinosaur. She told him she had a headache, so he told Vastra and Jenny Flint to reduce the frequency. At least one man believed that the dinosaur wasn't real, but just the usual trick by the government. Shortly after being taken to Vastra's home and exiting onto the rooftops, the Doctor apologised and promised to return her home safely, but was unable to when she burst into flames. The Tyrannosaur was killed by the half-faced man, as he needed her optic nerve to replace himself and the other clockwork droids, who were set on reaching the apparent promised lands they had been trying to reach for millennia. After defeating the half-faced man, the 12th Doctor wrote in his diary, citing being swallowed by a dinosaur as one of the many reasons he was justified to not be grinning. He was also expressed remorse about the Doctor's death. Dinosaur's death. I'm sorry. Madame Vastra stated that Tyrannosaurs were generally as large as this one, who was around the same height as Big Ben, 96.3 meters tall. Jenny Flint disagreed, as the fossil she had seen was smaller, but Vastra asserted herself as she had lived in the Tyrannosaur's time period. It is a neat page. I just keep thinking about the fact that that dinosaur was almost the same size as Godzilla. As like the Heisei Godzilla. That's insane. Thing's fucking huge. They're not that big. It is a neat page, yes. Ice Warrior! The Rings of Akatan. Let's take a looky look, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. Oh my god. Meanwhile, she was just a good girl and had a headache. She had no desire to munch on anyone. Yeah, I know! She was so chill! Anyway. Despite the great honor of being seen without its survival armor, an Ice Warrior without any armor was present in the market, which the 11th Doctor and Clara Oswald walked past, seemingly not noticing it. The Ice Warrior displayed the typical physical attributes other Ice Warriors were noted for, including the large physical build and flattened faces, complete with black eyes. However, when the Doctor later met Skaldak, this warrior had a ridged face with red eyes, and the Doctor claimed that he'd never seen one out of its armour before. Another Ice Warrior was also present on Trap Street in London without its armour, under the protection of Mayor Me. Let's get a good look at him. Hey, buddy! It is a good question, though. The design of an Ice Warrior was intended to be used for Skaldak in the episode Cold War, but due to the physical prop being much smaller than they had wanted, the Skaldak was obscured in most shots, and when Skaldak's face was seen at the end, it was replaced entirely with CGI Dak, also changing various details Dak from the prop as well as various appearances Dak of Ice Warriors Dak and other media Dak, such as changing Dak the Eye Dak color Dak from black Dak, as seen in the comic story Descendants Dak, to red Dak. However, Dak, this design Dak was seen in the Cold War Time Zone playset 1963 Dak, from Character Options Dak, although the eyes on this figure were painted red to more closely resemble the design seen in Cold War. The prop was evidently reused in the Rings of Akatan. The Time Zone playset Cold War 1983, which included an unarmored Skaldak using the pre-CG design. Yeah. Haven't we done this already? Yeah, probably. But I mean, we're going to do another one now, so it hardly matters, does it? Let's spin the wheel again. You okay, Luna? Alright, girl. You want up? There you go. Ha 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 ha. Oh dear. Okay. I can confirm that it is in fact the page. This is amazing, guys. Alright. Planet killer warships of the Baba Bada Glada Takamina Ronkon Bron Toneron Tuan Thun Tharion Ansquan Tuhu Hura Deneth Hornuk class were piloted by Praxis-enabled posthumans from the pilot's coterie for the Blood Coteries. The name was first used in James Joyce's Finnegan's Wake, where it meant a thunderclap so loud that it symbolises the fall of Eden. However, this may have been a coincidence rather than a reference to a then 12 million year old story. Pilot's coterie spaceship once circled Primaterran Primigenia on the day of Ceranos' unveiling. Prose, cobweb, and irony. I just want to know how I did pronouncing it, to be honest. Oh dear. Alright, let's let's spin the wheel again, guys. Let's do that. Oh god. Ma Baker! look. This is gonna be something crazy. It's always something fucking crazy. Okay. In one universe, Ma Baker was a fan of Doctor Who. In London 2013. I'm sorry guys. In London 2013, at Doctor Who Con, Ma Baker unknowingly met the real 11th Doctor, who had fallen out of his universe. Showing him her replica scarf, she told him that to understand this one scarf, you have to understand the whole history of knitting. Ma Baker was a larger woman. At Doctor Who 2013, she wore a replica of the 4th Doctor's costume, with additional knitting needles in her hat and her lapel pocket. Ma Baker appears to be a parallel counterpart of the real-world 1930s crime lord Ma Barker, given their resemblance in names. While their names aren't an exact match, it's likely intended to be a joke about Ma Baker being a gender-bent Tom Baker cosplayer. In the 1977 Boney M symbol, Ma Baker told a fictionalized account of Ma Baker's time at Glen of Crime. For Doctor Who magazine, the Doctor Who editor suggested to Kev F. Sutherland and another individual that they should make a comic strip about the incumbent Doctor, Baker, repeatedly misinterpreting who the editor was referring to. Kevin the Man listed off numerous Bakers, including Ma Baker by Boney M, until the 6th Doctor himself became so insulted he burst through the comic itself to tell them that he was the most influential Doctor, seguing into a song about himself to the tune of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Madness, absolute madness, and I love every second of it. Let's spin the wheel again. Ooh, silent but deadly! Silent but deadly. Let's take a look. So close to Jackie, but not close enough. Silent but deadly was a type of fart. What the hell? Oh no! What happened? What have you done? This is all somehow your fault. TardisWiki chat. There you go. We're good now. Right. There we go. Now everything's been fixed. Silent but deadly was a type of fart. Typically, these farts could not be heard, hence silent, but still had a pungent scent, hence deadly. TV, Aliens of London, Revenge of the Slithine. Alright, let's look at another one then. Oh god damn it. I love how literal that one is as well, that's great. Whatever this is, we'll find out. I have no idea what that is. Charm, have you seen this man? This charming man, you might say, but maybe not. I don't know, because I don't know what story it's referencing. Maybe that's horribly inappropriate. We'll find out soon enough. Open call for his readers to report their sightings of the Doctor. Charm stated simply, my friend is Doctor Who, and offered no elaboration. My friend is Doctor Who. Ian Levine, probably. For context, in 2005, the Climb's website from Rose was actually real and people could submit their own flash fiction. I know! I was one of those people. No, I wasn't. But I knew. I've been on the website though. I remember looking up Bad Wolf every week. I was there. Oh dear. Probably submitted by a child or something, such as Ian Levine. Old. Yeah, old, but also gold. And that's what's really important here, right? Let's spin the wheel again. I love the random music so much. Morning Star Cow. I have, and I cannot stress this enough, I have a tremendously good feeling about this one. Let's see how that bears out. Let's see whether that tremendously good feeling is in fact just gas. A morning star cow, also known as a cow, was a species of cattle on the Morning Star. Fucking Love and War again? Sideridis described 76's coat as the color of ochre and flame, like a morning sky. Calc fur. At least that's one of those calc domesticated by the lesser time elementals, was naturally camouflaged against the orange sand and sky of the Morning Star. Sideridis' father noted that you can't herd calc when they're in the mood to play. They often exhibited their natural patterns of behavior of playing a form of hide and seek. Furthermore, 76 wasn't the brightest, lacking much intelligence. At some point, they were domesticated by the lesser time elementals on the Morning Star. Elemental sunlings adopted their hide-and-seek-like form of play, naming it playing cow. Serendipity was a farmer who looked after several calc on the Neutronides estate, fields of the desert wilds outside the cathedral. Every fucking time, you fucking assholes, every time you make me read War in Heaven stuff, I feel like I'm slowly going insane. Okay, we're almost there. Mama didn't raise no quitter. Let's see, including 70... were abducted by the hyperspace tyrants, as the tyrants believed that they were actually lesser time elementals and intended to use them as hostage. They're fucking cow. Later, the tyrants stole an ancient ark from the Great Docking Bay in the Cathedral of Time, using the cow hostages to negotiate their escape and teleporting the hostages in front of Dionysus and Suzette. Once they had done so, this caused some chaos, with cows stampeding around the room and onto various time ships. It was unclear whether these cow were ever returned to the Neutronides estate. This book sounds crazy. Okay. I think you like watching me go insane. I think that's what you like. I think you like watching me try to like visualize this on like, because it's like there's, because of the degree of separation between like War in Heaven stuff and like other Doctor Who, because I mean you got Faction Paradox, and because of with Faction Paradox you have like stuff having different names and stuff having metaphorical names and like all that shit. It means that it constantly feels like I'm looking at all of it through like a full body condom. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm touching it, but I'm not really touching it. You know what I'm saying? This is the best. Yeah. Reading this War in Heaven stuff is like doing regular Doctor Who, but with a full body condom on. There's your quote. Doctor Who EU fiction is either pseudo-Tolkienian nonsense, drug and sex-fueled madness, or baby fiction, and there are no in-betweens. Accurate. Ideally, it's all free. That's like the sweet spot. Does anyone know? Does Alexander know that Morningstar is Gallifrey? Even if he knows Gallifrey is Gallifrey, having been taught by Alexander is Alexander the Great. Yeah, Alexander the Great. It's okay. I only worked that out because they said that he was taught by Aristotle. I had no idea that Alexander the Great knew about Gallifrey. I was talking about real history. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of this. Let's get out. Let's blow this joint. Yeah. We're partying now. The Seki Maya Spun Glass novel. All right. Just grab that really quick, and let's look at it. Hopefully this isn't another Grand Family situation, eh? Oh dear. What? What? Baby time Light Lords on cocaine fighting Sauron. Yeah, that sounds fucking sick. I'd read that, wouldn't you read that? Alright. This is... What the fuck? Where the fuck have you people led me? Oh dear. The Seki Maya Spun Glass was an anime-inspired linear visual novel published by Trinitite Team, which featured licensed DWU elements. The story featured Lals, a prominent character in the Archbeetle Press anthology Down the Middle. In the rural town of Yoshibana, the Ashiya family holds much of the wealth. After they discover a rare gemstone, a showing is scheduled in Ashiya Tower, drawing the attention of many of the townspeople. However, during the exhibit, the tower is flooded with smoke, activating emergency shutters that trap 8 people inside. With 12 hours until they're released, they must grapple with an increasingly complex series of unnatural events. Not gonna lie, that sounds fucking sick. I want to check it out. Oh god, maybe I don't, actually. The visual novel was developed over a 5-year period, being funded by a successful Kickstarter campaign. Well done! Love to see it. Why is the stream not working for me? Did Doctor Who do a visual novel and no one told us? Why were we not informed? Where are the Dalek waifus? I know! Oh dear. There's a trailer. YouTube might collect personal data. I don't want YouTube collecting my personal data. Oh no! Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let us once again blow this joint. I might have to do a video about that though. Oh no, what is that? Thank you. I just got handed some zucchini bread. Little does she know that I already feel like I'm about to die because of the food I've been eating lately, but hey. It's boom! Babe, it's fire! Fire. Gumball machine. Yeah, gumball machine. Who doesn't love a good... Yeah, as soon as that went in, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so full. I'm so full, but it's so delicious. It's so delicious. Oh god. Oh god, I don't know, it's like crack. I just need more. I know it's gonna kill me, but I need more! As I've said before, you don't get this level of quality entertainment on fucking fairies, do you? An object containing colourful balls was present in Craig Owens and Sophie's house. Yeah. Come for the lore, stay for the balls. Although unidentified in closing time, the object seen in the episode was a gumball machine. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Let's find out what's going to be next. All right. Oh. But have you got the balls, Ryan? Yes. Unequivocally. Yes. Yes. I do in fact have the big meaty testicles required. It doesn't matter what the task is, the answer is always yes. Her reaction is, yeah, I know, that's getting clipped, isn't it? Did they make an extra? Did they have to make an extra big cupboard? Okay. God damn it. It's more War in Heaven shit. Okay. You fucks. Every time. Every time. So, like, for those of you who don't normally watch this stream, this experience right now is what I like to call the, the Lawrence Smiles death loop. What's happening right now is, imagine if on the episode of Doctor Who, Boom, written by Stephen Don't Stop Believing Moffat, right? Imagine that episode plays out exactly the way it does, but the moment the Doctor jumps off the landmine, he immediately jumps onto another fucking landmine. That's what this is like for me. Council of Hitlers. In the known worlds, the Council of Hitlers was... Oh no! In the known world, the Council of Hitlers was the governing body of the Greater German Reich. Its membership consisted of thousands of different versions of Adolf Hitler, who originated on their own worlds of Germania, different universes in which Nazi Germany had won. Well, thank you, by the way. You're the best. I'm live right now, so I should probably get back to that.
Oh.
I'll catch you in a bit, yeah?
Nah.
Nah?
I'll stay right here.
Yeah? You're just gonna stand there watching me like a creep?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Continue.
That's fine. Different universes in which Nazi Germany had won World War II. It was organised with the assistance of Herr Abschrift, an agent of House Miraflex. Existing by 1940, it sat in Berlin in Universe Alpha Alpha Alpha, the Terra Optimus of the Germanias and capital of the Greater German Reich. The membership did not include the Hitler from Beta Alpha 15, who was murdered by Ernst Röhm circa 1930. Wow, that was powerful. Ernst Röhm circa 1933. It also excluded the Hitler from Alpha Alpha 9, who was a communist. Both Germanias were invaded by the Greater German Reich, and a member of the council took charge. The size of the council meant that in the event one Hitler died, another could replace him on his respective Germania. In 1957, the Council resolved to wage war against the empires and invade the Roman worlds across the Divide. In 1964, the membership was 75 years old. While some had died at the hands of Roman or resistance forces, others began to die of old age. The Council agreed to name August Hitler, the son of Hitler from Germania I, as Führer after the last Hitler on the Council had died. Shortly after, the few hundred remaining members of the Council were assassinated in a hydrogen cyanide gas attack, secretly orchestrated by August, who became Führer at the age of 19 and granted himself emergency powers. The Council... Oh my god, that's perfect! What an article! I love it. I was expecting it to be like funny from like meme purposes, you know what I mean? It was actually really fucking good though. Doctor Who needs to be cancelled again so we can get more bonkers yet ethically dubious EU content again. It's fine, there's nothing ethically dubious about this. I mean, yeah, they introduced like a council of Hitlers, but it's okay because they all got murdered at the end with like cyanide gas. It's alright. It's fine. It's okay as long as you murder the Nazis at the end. I don't believe common real-world objects need conjecture templates. Oh, Warlords is definitely ethically dubious. Oh, okay. Is that the one? Actually, yeah. Actually, fair point. Is that the one where the 7th Doctor is like, you know, Stalin was based, actually? I think that the Holodomor was Poggers. Is it that one? Alright. I'm gonna take a look at, the main character is still a fascist. I need more information than that. The doc. Oh, it's just a story about a fascist doing fascist stuff? That's not fun. What's going on? What's going on here? Because I'm getting Seven a Tanky confirmed that I was... Yeah, I know! No, that's a short story called Closing the Account. This is a Faction Paradox one. Okay. I'm not going to pretend that any of that makes any sense to me. I'm just going to spin the wheel one more time before we all head off. Oh, nice bit of chip tune there. Colin from the World Tree. Oh, speaking of the World Tree, have you all sent off your Paul Spragg's peoples? I know some of you are meant to be working on it. Mine's all done. It's in my drafts right now. I'm gonna send it off after this stream. Good hunting, ladies and gentlemen. I know. I haven't. What a fucking great article to end this stream on as well. Wow. Alright. A lone bird lived near the World Tree. As stated on Twitter by writer of the World Tree, Nick Slowitz, this lone bird, which he named Carlin, does not appear in the story itself. Its only appearance is on the cover of the audio story. As a result, Colin's name can only be used conjecturally, as it doesn't originate from a valid source. I know Big Finish likes the winning scripts to be more melodramatic. Yeah, I know. I know. I really wanted to do like something fucking stupid, and then I was like, okay. I know what they like. I'll give them like a lot of melodrama. Not as good as the pigeon from the Christmas Invasion. Yeah. Actually, let's go on the... Just for old time's sake, before I leave you all, before I leave my lovely people, let's revisit one of the best pages that I've ever come across in the TardisWiki. A pigeon was present in London on the 24th of December 2006. Mickey Smith ran past them when he heard the TARDIS materialize. Species pigeon. Place of origin England. Appearance the Christmas invasion. Okay. Please, please, please. I know it says here this page should be deleted. Never delete this page, guys. Please. Please don't delete this page. I need it. I need it in my life. It's that fucking simple. Okay? Don't delete it. Don't fucking delete the page. Alright. We're done now. This is the end of the stream. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord. Make sure to do all that good stuff. New video coming out tomorrow. Join us on Thursday for another stream. They're always a delight. And until then, this has been Write a Doctor Who from Scratch. I have been Ryan Molyneux, and you have been yourselves. Now, if you